All right, everyone, it's your favorite time of the year. It's budget time. So let's first start with the New York State budget. As you may have seen, Governor Cuomo announced his budget proposal, which has about $900 million in increased school aid. That is well short of what NYSET and other constituent groups were asking for. New York schools are still owed more than $2 billion. NYSET originally said it needed $3.4 billion. They've now come to $2.1 billion. Still, that's less than half. And so obviously this is going to be a fight. Locally, the tax cap was announced at 1.81%. That's about $2 million here in Mahopac. Unfortunately, the district has already committed to more than $2 million in raises as well as contributions they must make to pensions and benefits. So in order to even maintain the status quo, they'd have to override the tax cap, which no one's doing around here. So 1.81 is not enough to pay the bills. You know what that means. And again, the tax cap continues to harm our state and harm our schools and now harm us. Particularly, it has been harming us in salary for almost a decade now, and it's coming to roost once again. So the $2 million that we could raise, even if this community adopted a full tax cap budget of 1.81%, isn't even enough to just continue the status quo. With that said, the district also received bad news on the $5.8 million that it now owes because we can't file paperwork from a decade ago on a construction project done, and that first payment is now due in July of 2020. The district had pushed for a 10-year repayment plan, instead got a 4-year repayment plan with the first payment being due in this next school year's budget cycle. So again, not very good news. Additionally, in the bulletin, we have information on the census and why that's important, as well as student debt clinics. If you have student children taking loans or considering or getting there, these are things you want to attend. Even if you have your own student loans still, you would want to attend. And also the Westchester Social Justice Forum. One last note this week, starting February 1st and throughout the entire month of February, well, actually, I guess February 3rd, since that's the Monday, but the entire month of February, we'll be hosting our food drive. So please see your reps for drop-off locations, bring in non-perishables. All of that food is going to the St. John's Food Pantry, which feeds many members of our community, including some of our students. So if you can be as generous as possible, that's fantastic. They will also take cash. As I've explained before, the food pantry is able to buy food at a much lower price than we are by cutting out the middleman. So actually cash goes further than food, but we'll do that for the entire month of February. Thank you so much for your generosity and your donations, and we'll see you next week.